Believe it or not, if you are suffering right now on this journey, congratulations. You may not see it or understand this yet, but you are going through hell right now, and it's the best thing that could ever happen for you.
Congratulations, they're saying. Congratulations, it's the best thing. And you know what? Sounds familiar. That sounds like something Matt McKinley has been saying on Quantum of Con Man channel, that this is the best news ever and all that sort of stuff. It sounds so familiar, so similar. So similar. But Matt really hasn't suffered that much. I realize he's lost some pets, and that is suffering. Okay? And I realize how brutal that can be just by itself. But to put things in perspective, he really doesn't look at the suffering of others and suffer because he's seeing their suffering, if you get what I'm saying. I'm saying that he really doesn't have true empathy. He doesn't express it. It doesn't come across in his videos. And some of you would automatically assume, well, you haven't watched many videos. I watched his channel for years.
The depression, the anxiety, the fear, the overthinking, all of this is present within your current experience right now, all for your benefit.
See that? It's all for your benefit, they claim. I mean, I'm shaking my head as I'm speaking. It's just, it's warped. It's fucked up and it's gaslighting. It's just sickening. It truly is. It's Stockholm Syndrome, but it's a way to try to justify hell realm and say it's all good for you. It's all good. It's for your benefit. I'm gonna show you something here. Just a second. So here we are on the About page of this channel, Your Higher Self. Always uses the robotic voice, the text-to-speech software program. Never his own voice. Isn't that a bit suspicious? Joined August 15th, 2022. All right? Over 8 million views since August. I've been, working my ass off to get a little over 300,000 views. Has over 8 million more, 8,200,000 more. All right? 145 videos, so they're not pumping out the videos like I am, but they have put out, quite a few videos, but not over 750. And 141,000 subscribers since August of 2022, so last summer. And people have said that are banned on my channel, they've said on other channels about me, nobody gets where the Sanity Machine gets over 1,000 subscribers in 4 months. And they never say anything about these channels. With 141, he has over 140,000 more subscribers since August. Okay? That's for perspective. They say that I can't be real, that the YouTube algorithm is promoting me, they say, because I have over 1,000 subscribers. And I've worked my ass off and, tried to post about my channel all over the place. I've done everything I could just to get to that. And this guy just has to make videos and gets 141,000 because YouTube promotes this channel, Your Higher Self. I mean, I'm shaking my head. The so-called, quote, truth community is full of fucking idiots that say stupid shit like that. It really is. And you know what? Most, quote, truthers never call them out on it. They just let them get away with that. And that's why it gets worse and worse and worse. For the new people that just woke up, or quote woke up in the last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you have no idea what it used to be like. It has degraded to the point that that's part of why I made my channel. I was so sick of it, just watching it on YouTube and getting worse. I was like, you know what? I have to jump in and do something, because this is just fucking sickening.
Thinking. All of this is present within your current experience right now, all for your benefit. If you are currently on a spiritual path, this video will be very significant for you. The clarity for why you're going through these things can be answered here in this video. We can all agree that this path is by far one of the most painful things someone can experience. It's literally the death of everything. You are directed and guided to go within, meaning you'll have to deal with childhood traumas, guilt, shame, etc. It's a very painful process for the body. But what if I told you that you put yourself through hell on purpose, that you put yourself in the position to have a very difficult and uncomfortable life, and you did it all just to make sure that you come back home for what you truly are?
And what if I asked you for the evidence to prove what you just told people? Show me the evidence. And show your face and name on here. I doubt that'll happen, though. Doubt that'll happen. All the justifications for suffering. Oneness and love is the name. Maybe it's the robotic voice that the truther sheep love, the baby truthers. Maybe they love the robotic voice or the space graphics. Wow. Yep, just meditate it away and just accept all this hell realm and just stay here forever. That's really their goal, is to get you to stay here forever and just accept everything. Every word of this video is gospel. This is the level that people are at. Suffering is an inevitable process. Why? Why does it exist in this realm at all? Why is this? I mean, oh man. Look at this. I can look past the suffering and see that the true me is not actually suffering. I mean, what am I supposed to say to this stuff? It's just brainwashed people. And I know some of you would say, how do you know they're people? How do you know they're not bots? I think the majority of these come across like people. They come across like very brainwashed people that are mind controlled. They don't seem like bots at all. Do I think that some could be bots? Am I open to the possibility? Sure. I'm always open to those possibilities. But based on what I'm seeing here, I bet you could meet these people in person and that they would be real flesh and blood. What's inside of them is a different matter. I can't say exactly what they are. No one can. No one can say, hey, for sure, I know that this one has a soul, this one doesn't. But, it's just, I do believe that this is the level that the majority are at. So some would be wondering if I mean the majority of the masses. The majority of, quote, truthers are at this level. That's what I'm saying. The majority of, quote, spiritually awakened people are at this fucking level. If you're on my channel and you understand even half of the words I'm saying, you're probably at a higher level. Because, man, look at this. Just look at this. I mean, I've seen some of this stuff before, but it still does this. It's still disturbing and almost astonishing. Almost. It's just, it's incredible. It's noteworthy, as the guy that used to be called Gnostic Antinatalist that was his name. I think it's Perpetual Pleasurist now, but he says that things are noteworthy, and I'm not putting him down. I like that guy's channel and his content for the most part. Obviously, I don't agree with everything the guy says. He doesn't agree with everything that I say. I mean, that's normal. If we did agree on, it would be like we're reading from a fucking script, like these fake channels. You know the ones,
Are you gonna talk about me again? My nasally voice, and how me and Dan from Overwatch just agree on everything.
people watch those shows and they don't even find that strange. It's incredible. And they call themselves awake. You look dead asleep to me. I was trying to warn people about that last summer, but they didn't listen. They had that truther ego. That's what I call it. It's even more stubborn than a lot in the masses that are open-minded to some things. You tell these truthers shit, and they think they know everything. When you say, hey, this guy's coming across like a shill, he's grifting, there's something wrong here, there's red flags here, they don't listen. They're emotionally attached to deceivers, shills, gatekeepers, grifters, felons, you name it. You name it. Way it is. Lizards, reptilians, I mean, demons, flat out demons. They're attached to demons. And I could point them out and say, hey, you're watching a demon. You're a fan of a demon. Not just watching their channel. You're defending them. You're watching a fucking demon and you're defending a demon. They don't see it. They don't see it. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the fantastic, glorious, remarkable, noteworthy video with the robotic voice and 141,000 subscribers, 195,000 views in 2 weeks. I'm really lucky if one of my videos gets over 1,000 or 1,500 is pretty much the max for what my videos get. 1,500 views. So 195,000 views. My whole channel doesn't get, it's in the 100,000 and something, 113 or something thousand for the whole channel in the last 28 days. But this guy's getting 195,000 views just on this video, to put it in perspective. So this shit is popular, whether you shake your heads and disagree and say it's shit, it's not popular. 8.6 thousand likes. So for people that don't understand, I'm not competing. I'm just saying, I'm showing this as a data point, basically saying this is what's popular. This is what people gravitate towards. You can get a channel that gets over 100,000 subscribers in a matter of 6-7 months or so, whatever the case may be, 8 months. This is how it works. So the people that say I must not be real because I've got 1,000 and now I have 1,500, but they were saying it when I hit 1,000. The YouTube algorithm must be promoting me to get 1,000. You're fucking crazy. You're nuts. You don't know how fucking much I've worked and tried to spread the word about my channel and invited people to my channel all over YouTube, everywhere. And I barely scratched over 1,000 by doing that and by making videos and doing like everything I could to reach people. It's not a matter of trying to get the most numbers. It's trying to reach people with something that's pretty fucking important. And they don't have to work, these channels, like Your Higher Self. They just put out videos like this, and I don't even know what hashtags he uses or what he does. Maybe he doesn't even use any. I notice a lot of times it doesn't even show their hashtags in the description. I don't know what hashtags he's using or what he's doing to get that many people to view and find his channel and view his videos, but it's just incredible, man. I get accused, and these channels don't. It's inverted. That's how fucking warped it is. And for those people that accuse me, you belong here. You belong here in this hell realm.
It's beautiful if you look at it that way. Well, let me explain how and why this is possible. The spiritual path to self-realization is the reason for all of this. Once you reach enlightenment, or even just awaken to your true nature, you may come to the realization that you did this to yourself. And
there they go. And that's what I said. That's the greatest trick, is getting you to blame yourself, saying you did this to yourself. You chose to come here to suffer. It's the biggest trick. It's the biggest gaslighting trick ever. And they all have it in common. They all have that in common. Why do you think they hate me? Why do you think they rage against me? Why do you think the demons fucking hate me so much? Because I'm not just exposing them. I'm exposing things about this realm they do not want you to know. And I'm telling you, don't blame yourself. Don't follow this fucking trap, this brainwashing. That's really what it is. It's very popular.
And when I say you, I'm not referring to the character you believe yourself to be. I'm not talking about the body and mind. I'm talking about you as God, as consciousness, as the universe, as what you truly are. You see, it's actually pretty trippy when you see what's going on. You, as consciousness, is trying to get consciousness to...
Yeah, so when you pass away or when you have a near-death experience, those entities are just tricking you. That's you tricking you to come back here again to suffer more. Does that make any sense? I mean, it's just, oh man, I'm surprised I got this far into the video. Just 2.5 minutes. It's just fucked, man. And people believe this. They drink this Kool-Aid and they try to do the mental gymnastics to make that make sense to them, to themselves. They try to make this make sense. Fuck, you want to talk about lost? I wish I could post on this channel. I'm pretty sure if I post comments here, that if I reply to people and say, hey, come on over to the Sanity Machine channel, where there's a thread with, 46 replies and people could see it, my comments won't show up. I'd like to help people find my channel, but no matter what I do, YouTube, I can't anymore. YouTube is so fucked up and so against me. All right? I'm shadow banned. My channel is throttled. The odd person says, yeah, YouTube recommended it to me, which is great, fine. 1 or 2 every now and then. But for the most part, I'm not going to reach 141,000 if I have a channel for 10 fucking years. And channels like this, it's just sickening, man. It's just sickening. They're just holding the truth back from people big time. Big time.
Realize itself as consciousness. That's all that's really happening along the spiritual journey. Consciousness is everything, meaning you are everything and everyone.
See that? You see that?
And everyone.
See that? I've seen people try that shit in comments on my channel. People that were brand new. You're under mind control if you believe that. I'd love for you to believe that. It just makes it easier to get you back here endlessly. Endlessly.
Since the beginning of your human experience, you have set yourself up to make sure you realize yourself eventually. And because the ego has been programmed and conditioned, there were a lot of tragic events and painful things you made yourself experience so that you basically will have no other choice but to go within. When you really sit back...
Oh, so you have no other choice. Well, what about the disabled and deformed children that I see? You're saying that I created those? That I put them through that? Or that they put themselves through that? Impossible. Impossible. That makes no sense. That's not spiritual whatsoever. It's sick it's sadistic, it's cruel, and it's basically something that sociopaths would do. Not a quote God, or not a quote loving God. Man, this world is lost. I just want, I don't just want out. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be spending so much energy and my time and, thought and resources to do this. But obviously, I do want to help others get out. But I do want out myself. I'm just done. I'm done with this fucking place. Like, people buy this, that you did this to yourself. That's the ultimate in gaslighting. The ultimate. That you did this to yourself and you just don't remember. That all of this suffering that you chose it. I mean, fuck. That is actually painful. It's just, it's sick beyond sick. There's no words for that. Somebody told me about this video, and I can't remember who told me about it or sent me a link to it. But fuck, this is just disgusting. Talk about the ultimate in gaslighting. To try to make people believe this, to program them. And then they vilify the ego again. Well, who made the ego according to your stupid theory? Your higher self? You're saying that it's just, oh, fuck. The circular logic is just mind-bending. It's disgusting, and it's fucking stupid. It makes no sense. It's another exercise in New Age, 2 + 2 = 5, or 2 + 2 = pineapple underneath the tracks of a tank being crushed pineapple instead of a number. It's not even close. It's not even close to adding up, this shit. Fuck. And more eye imagery, of course. I mean, there's just so much in this. It's just layers of bullshit, basically. And it's beyond bullshit. Bullshit's one thing. It's layers of fucking brainwashing and mind control. Man, what a sick realm. This realm is just, it always gets sicker. Do you notice that? It never gets better. As the years roll on, as the generations roll on, from one generation to the next, it degrades even more and more and more. That's why I feel so much for young people to go through this. I do. And people that say, well, what about us adults? What about the young people, though? They have it worse than when I grew up. I'm not talking about child abuse and that sort of stuff. I'm talking about culturally, the realm, the degradation, the media, entertainment, everything, the brainwashing. It's all gotten worse. The psyops are worse. Earbug, scamdemic, worse. Jabba Dabba Doos, worse. Everything, literally. It's degraded. I know we see it degrading as adults, but can you imagine being a 6, 7-year-old child in this hell realm? I mean, my heart breaks. And it angers me. It doesn't just make me sad. And some people try to get on my back for that. Well, I have righteous rage. I want to end this fucking place. And, I don't know how to put it in words what I want to do to this fucking place. And to the entities that are responsible. They need justice. That's what they need. I'll put it that way. Get the message. Shaking my head over this eye imagery and, just this well-orchestrated fucking mind control is just fucking sickening, man. It's disgusting.
Back and reflect on your so-called life, you'll realize how everything has led you to this. Everything has literally led you to this very moment, listening to this very video. Every valuable lesson you have learned has usually came from being down at those lower
Protect yourself against this voice, because this robotic voice they use is pretty hypnotic. Don't buy any of this shit. I'm making this video to expose it. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing. This is too much. It's sickening. It really is sickening. It'll make you feel sick. And it makes us feel sick, and it makes I'm going to scroll way down so that you see that it's not just some. Such a spiritually evolved view on suffering. It's all grist for the mill, which in the end purifies us in gratitude. Peter. Well, Peter, you're a disciple of mind control. Okay? You're not a disciple of Jesus. Oh man. I'm addicted to this voice because make me feel calm. Please don't change it. They love that. I mean, it's just, fuck, man. What am I supposed to say? They actually love the robot voice. Look at this. Look at him. Just look at him. Just look at him. If the guy was on the screen that made, there's the content creator of this video, I'd be putting some cursor magic over them and cursing them and saying, look at them. I don't really want to curse these people for being brainwashed and gullible sheep. I'm not cursing these people, but fuck, they're in a cult. If this doesn't look like a cult, then nothing does. Look at this. Look at this. This is so surreal, but makes so much sense. Oh, fuck. They're grateful for this. They're literally grateful to be blamed for everything here, including the suffering, including their own suffering. I mean, the sickness of this realm. They're grateful to have somebody blame them for it. I mean, what am I supposed to say to this? I don't even know what to say. And I wouldn't even know where to begin to help these people. If they did show up on my channel, if I could invite them, I would. And I know that at first it would be painful to see their stupid comments, because they would be talking complete nonsense like they're in the Twilight Zone. They're cult followers, but I wish I could help them. I don't know if I can. When I look at just how deep they're in. Healing is journey, but why is it painful? Well, actually, you were on the right path, or beginning to go on the right path till you found this fucking video. And that's what happens. People start a spiritual journey and they run across this shit and they just get mentally devastated, just mind controlled, and not just diverted, but just destroyed. They get mentally and spiritually destroyed by this shit. They're going through things, and the truth is finally out there. Oh man. What to say? The struggle is only going to make you stronger. It sounds like a hostage or a Stockholm Syndrome slave, you know? Slaves convincing themselves that they need this. They need this suffering. Look at this. Speechless. It's almost like I waited for you to confirm this to me. A strong knowing. This all makes sense now. Oh, man. This makes no sense, lady. I don't want to assume their gender, but no sense. Absolutely no fucking sense. Oh, fuck.
vibrations. We have to experience those painful times because there are lessons down there that we need to evolve in consciousness.
So if I beat you, would you call that a lesson? And I just said, you need more lessons. You need more lessons, more beatings, more beatings. Of course that doesn't make sense. So why would anyone think that makes sense, quote, spiritually? I mean, fuck. Abuse and trauma and being tormented are not lessons or good teachings or teachers. They're horrendous. Torture is not a great teacher. It's the worst teacher. It's the worst. It's not good for you. Oh man, it's destructive. Fuck. Trauma is destructive. I can't believe I have to tell people that stuff these days, but fuck, it's just, oh, things are so warped, it's so far gone. Just foobar.
And you, as consciousness knows that, so you purposely created those experiences to learn those lessons.
Oh, God.
And see how if you don't learn what you were supposed to learn during that time, something similar will
Child
happen
abuse.
again for you.
I created that, right?
For example,
And
we
saw
can
my
use
sister's
relationships.
abuse. And mom.
So as consciousness, you came to yourself in another vessel. You created the experience of being
all the
in
women,
a relationship.
The female friends I've had.
And throughout
not
this
every
relationship,
friend, but
you experienced
they've said
many issues.
They've talked about various types of abuse. This guy is saying they created all of that. They set themselves up for that. I mean, this is just a sick cult. And it's not just this guy, this robot voice, whoever's behind it, whether it's a man or woman. I guess I'm assuming it's a man, but who knows? Maybe it's a woman using this to disguise her voice as a robot. I don't know for sure. I don't know. But whatever is behind this is fucking sick. Whatever's behind the New Age is sick. It's, I realize the Luciferians pushed it, funded it, and everything else for many, many, many decades. And it's gotten to this point, and it's just disgusting, man. It's disgusting. Gaslighting to a degree that's just beyond words. I'm going to end this video. That's all I can handle with this shit. And I'm going to end it on a powerful, magical number. Just for you. Just for your sake. That's what I'm going to do. Good night, everyone. Bye.